Laszlo, and I'm about to blow your mind. If you haven't figured out what the Mandela Effect is by now, you're about to. Welcome to the Lazlow Zone.
Yeah, that's me.
Brian, that's the intro yet.
Hey, what's up, everybody?
Hey.
What's up, Troy? Hey, what's up, Laszlo? Good to meet you, man.
How's it going? Yes, I am Laszlo.
All right, good to meet you.
Yeah, man.
All right.
What's your name?
Doing good, man. Doing good. Excited to hear what's going on.
Oh, yeah, it's getting crazy, man. We got
Troy, since you just came in. Laszlo, of course. Brian's here.
Yep.
That is Nina. Nina's here in caricature. And Liz is in the ether.
Liz is in the ether. That is right.
I am.
Hey, Liz. How you doing, Liz?
Hey, I am good.
Hey, you guys, check this out. I just had a major Emmy right now.
Hey, Corey. What's going on, man?
Hey, Corey. Hey, Seeker.
Hey, what's up, Corey?
Hey, what's going on, Troy?
Hey, I was just telling Seeker here a little while ago. I just had a major Emmy, you guys.
Really? What's that?
Check this out. So, I'm down here in San Clemente, and I typically step out of the house, so I don't have to interfere with my son doing whatever, so he doesn't have to hear what I'm doing. And so I step out to like a little school area right in back where my son lives, and it's a giant park. Well, I just walked back here as I'm strolling across. It's typically like it's a large park that has lots of grass. I walk back here, and there is now a baseball field that's here that was never here before. I've walked through this park numerous times, and it's now here, and I'm actually looking at it. I've actually taken a picture of it. I've never seen this thing here ever, and I just walked across it. It's now a new thing, I guess.
Yeah, I have it exactly. Same thing happened to me. I went to Toronto and I came home and now there's a big hill by my house. So I'm like, where did that come from?
Yeah. It's very strange. That right there just hit me hard. I'm still kind of shaking over it. It's very, very strange.
It's kind of like how Life Matrix one time, when I first discovered Life Matrix, he said, this place came out of nowhere. It was like a giant building that just was never there before.
I remember that one.
Yeah.
Well,
it's kind of like Los Angeles, I guess. Like the Hollywood. If you've seen like the pictures of Los Angeles, the hills are much closer now than they used to be. And I'm from Los Angeles. I haven't been there in a while, but looking at the photographs, I know that those hills are not as close as they are now.
Well, the hills with the sound of music.
I live right by the mountains, and the mountains are really close to me now. The mountains, the mountains just got bigger. I'm like, what happened? Either my eyes got better or the mountains got bigger. I don't know which one.
So what do you think about those rainbow trees and rainbow mountains?
Rainbows. Oh, who's that? Somebody.
Oh,
that was me. But that's like an effect of the sun is putting out these triple rainbows. It's crazy. It's just getting out there. Oh, I found a rainbow river. There's a certain place in the world that has all this weird algae, and it's multicolored algae, and it's Rainbow River. That's my next video.
I was actually looking for rainbow stuff myself. It's so bizarre. I'm going for I'm looking for unicorns now.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're going to show up any day now.
They're in the Bible now.
We'll have purple tigers.
Yep. I'm sure they're there now. They're somewhere on one of these universes. They exist.
Troy,
Did you see my blue lions?
Wait, say what?
Did you see my video? I had blue lions. There's somewhere in the world. I
did.
Blue lions.
That was awesome.
Yeah,
I want
one. I really want one of those moths that had like those weird looking little antennas.
Yeah, that's weird. I have, even if it's not a Mandela effect, that is just entertainingly strange.
Yeah. Or the pangolin. I want one of those too.
Yeah.
I want all these freaky animals, man.
That's what you have to do.
We'll start collecting. It'll be like Pokemon. Got to collect them all.
I'll be trafficking all these bizarre animals.
You guys will never make it through customs.
No.
Yeah.
No, we won't. You're right.
Sir, what is that? I'm not really sure.
But... He's got a blue lion. Ed, you got to take this blue lion. Come on.
Yeah, right. It's not real. It's not real. You're not seeing what you're seeing.
Yeah, it's just a figment of your imagination.
It's the new AI lion.
Troy will be doing that. Troy will be doing the Jedi mind trick over and over. There is no blue lion.
Right. That lady in the wheelchair, she is truly the lady you should be looking at right now.
Yeah.
Right. Meanwhile, Laszlo just walks right past with the whole cart of stuff.
Exactly.
So we'll go.
When I went to Toronto, I always wear leather jackets. I look like a biker guy, and they didn't even. And then they find this guy right behind me, some other white guy, and they're like, "Yeah, we're putting this guy randomly into the 3D scanner." And I'm like, "Why can't I go in the 3D scanner?"
I have a pocket full of cut-off hand gloves. That's all I've got here.
I was actually insulted. Come on.
Yep.
What, I'm not good enough for your 3D scanner? I have 45 minutes to kill.
I've got a 5-gallon barrel of Lubriderm. That's all I've got, sir.
Yeah, when I was in Toronto, I was just interviewing random people about the Mandela Effect. They had no clue what I was talking about, and they were like mind blown. They were so like, "What is going on?" I'm like, "Yeah, it's true."
You know what? I was thinking about just actually filming people whenever I ask them anything, just to see the initial reaction. I have like a compilation of these people looking like, well, the look when you first tell somebody about it. Some people are like looking at you like, "Huh, that's amazing," and then they go on with their life. "Oh, cool. All right, see ya." Like, really? Yeah. You don't care that everything's just changed now. Well,
and everybody,
you could go up to somebody and say, "The moon, look, it's on fire." "Oh yeah, good. Look, I gotta go. I got a meeting."
All right, cool. Yeah.
The moon, it's on fire. "Oh, okay, no problem."
Right.
Cool.
That's cool.
But, what I think is going to happen here, because if we are in the age of Aquarius and the tribulation is the years that are coming now, then it's going to get so out of control that if the sky turns purple, everyone's going to be like, "What's going on?" Right? And they're going to come up with some excuse, but the people like us are going to be telling people what's really happening. And everyone else is going to be falling for whatever they say on NASA, right? NASA will be like, "Oh, this is what it is," right? They'll believe whatever they hear on TV.
I agree with you 100% on that.
Absolutely. Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely.
They could say, yeah. At any point, they'd go, "Green cheese." You'd be like, "Hey, green cheese. We didn't know. Green cheese. It was green cheese."
Yeah,
like I was saying on my other talk show with Unbiased, I was saying that it's not about time, and people are like, "Oh, it's always been like that." I'm like, no, the consciousness and the Mandela Effect, it's not bound by time. Because if you look at the Ford logo, how did it change? And everyone's talking about, you go back to their videos, and they don't notice that they're connected now, the R and the D. How did you not? I didn't even notice. So it tells you right there that the consciousness is not bound by time. The Mandela Effect is not bound by any amount of time. It is now. Right now is what's happening, right? So...
I think you may be
right. Like it just right. It's somebody has control over this. Somebody. It's not CERN.
It's not.
We as a society, we're trying to. We have malevolent and benevolent beings. They've brainwashed us for so many years, but we need to ascend. It's basically mankind right now is trying to make a decision. Do we stay in the third dimension, or are we going to ascend to the fourth dimension? What do we do? And it's been controlled for so long, since who knows how long, hundreds of thousands of years. We need to, as a society, we need to start seeking the truth, and then we can go ascend.
So essentially, it starts with us, the people that are actually able to visualize it. So what is the process in kind of gathering these people so we have the same collective consciousness?
It's because we need to stay on the proper frequency, right? And the frequency is, this world is more of like fear and debt and money and all the lower vibrations. We need to stay on the higher vibrations of love, peace, and joy, and spread it to the whole world and get the whole world on this.
Okay, so does it take the whole world, or is it the 144,000 that actually takes the...
That's the 144,000 are the chosen people who will be ascending to the new earth. But so it's not hard to imagine now that the rapture will happen in a few years, in 7 years, right after the tribulation.
Right. Yep.
We will see it happen. It's not hard to imagine now that we have...
started already?
Yeah, it started last year. That's when everything started happening. So, and the two witnesses. Does anyone know who the two witnesses are?
No.
No, who are they?
The two witnesses.
You got the floor.
The two witnesses are prophesied in the Bible that they come at the halfway point of the tribulation, which is 3.5 years, which 1,260 days. They'll prophesy. They'll mess up the world. They'll be trying to tell the world to repent and like come to God's side. Choose God's light, not Satan's light, because Satan will deceive a lot of the world. Even the elect themselves will be deceived because they will be thinking that's God's light. That's the Illuminati light. That's what the angel of darkness was. Lucifer was the angel of light. He was a light bearer. Right. That's why we have the giant Statue of Liberty. It's literally ISIS. Yeah.
So you were talking specifically about the Book of Enoch.
Yeah.
Book of Enoch. And before we went live, we were talking about this for a second, and I thought that you wanted to explore that topic a little bit more because I think that sheds a whole lot of light on where you come to get, obviously that you know more about that than we do.
Yeah, the Book of Enoch explains all about. I got it actually on tape, and the Book of Enoch is about the hierarchy of the angels, the Battle of Armageddon, and all the explaining what's going to happen in those days, right? And Enoch was the only one who saw it.
I'm sure no one knows what the Book of Enoch is. That's the point.
Yeah, that's why the Vatican took it out of the Bible, but I got a copy of it. Everyone should read it at least once. Yeah. It's a very complicated hierarchy of angels, and yeah, the tribulation and the Armageddon is what it's about.
Wow. Anyone?
Yes, guys, yes, I know what he's talking about. It's not one of the canonical books of the Bible. It is what is it? Extra biblical book, Laszlo?
Yeah,
would you call it that? Extra biblical book?
They took it out of the Bible because the Vatican said to the world that it was not inspired by God. Why wasn't it? They just didn't want people to know the truth, which is. Well, there's also another 15 other books called the Apocrypha.
Wait, Liz was saying something. Liz, what were you saying?
I believe it was the Council of Trent that decided what was in canonical scripture, because I can trace my ancestry all the way back to James I of Scotland, and he was the one who was the King James for which the transliteration exists. But there had to be certain standards about the mention of God in a certain context a certain number of times for certain books to be included. Or that's what I was taught, I believe. So I'm not sure if maybe it's that they didn't mention God in context enough times, or what happened there.
For whatever reason, it didn't meet their standards, I guess, and they left it out.
Yeah.
Which is why I asked, where did the Book of Enoch come from?
It's actually the English version of the Dead Sea Scrolls is the Book of Enoch.
Right. And there are several. The scriptures do make references to this has been explained in other scriptures, and then you go and look for them in the Bible, and they're not there because the Council of Trent did not deem that important enough to include.
Yeah. They said it wasn't inspired by God, so they never put it in.
I think I remember. Is this something about like the Titans, like the Nephilims that were like miles high? The giants.
In the portals, of course. The portals. There's something about portals, Laszlo.
Yeah, it's a lot about portals. There's multiple portals to heaven and all these.
Which of course alludes to the fact of dimensions, which is exactly because we saw the video. I saw the video and Troy saw the video, and I wanted to explain that because I can't explain that. That's the idea. You understand?
Yeah, if nobody's ever heard about it or read it, they should definitely. They got the whole thing on CD or even on YouTube. It's like hours long. It's like 5 hours long. But so I put it on 5.
It's a good listen, though.
Oh yeah.
What the Book of Enoch is commonly referred to as part of the Apocrypha. It's one of the lost books of the Bible. It's not canonical. However, it's written supposedly by Enoch. That's the point. Enoch, okay, which is the great grandfather of Noah. That's who he is.
Yep.
And Enoch, the Book of Enoch isn't the only book of the non-canonical book, but he talks about giants and portals and a lot of the things that we're seeing today, like YouTube. If that makes sense, right? It's like YouTube. There's a lot of information on there about giants, about portals, about angels. Thank you, angels.
Yeah, and it was basically like the most abominable sin. Like the worst sin was when the fallen angels came down and they had sex with the women of Earth, and then they made Nephilim, right? And the Nephilim, when they died, they actually turned into demons. There was no place to put the souls of the Nephilim, so that's where hell was designed. That's what it was built for.
How could they have sex with these little people? I mean, these people are like, wow,
exactly. Well, the angels can shapeshift. They're shapeshifting angels. So they can appear like humans, right?
The angels did transform to themselves into the likeness of men.
Yeah.
So they were not 13 feet tall at the time. They were regular men. They looked.
There's like a
painful. That makes sense.
There's a verse in the Bible that says the verse says that you should entertain strangers because amongst those people you might be entertaining an angel.
Angels unaware.
Yeah, exactly.
What is it, Liz?
Newsboys, entertaining angels.
Entertaining angels.
Yeah.
Unaware.
Yeah.
Yep.
So there's this thing, Troy, you brought up. Our show is mainly about effects and stuff like that. So you brought up another effect to me, which could be an effect. I'm not sure. It'll be for the audience to decide.
Sure.
You sent me something about George Washington may or may not have been the first president of the United States.
Oh, that's a good one. In fact, that's another 180 flip-flop that just happened. In fact, it was just the other day that I was looking up George Washington and who preceded him, if there ever was anyone. And sure enough, John Hanson popped up, and it basically was depicting him as the real American president. But looking it up now, it's saying just the opposite, which was 180, because I was putting this out to a few people that I knew, and they were just as dumbfounded as I after hearing this. And then I went ahead and I sent it over to a couple more people, and they said, well, hold on. It says here that he was not really the first president. And I looked at it again and went, oh, my God, it does say that. That doesn't make any sense.
Right. It's funny that you bring that up because Laszlo was just talking about how the things change before your eyes and stuff. And and he was just talking before we got on that, he knows, of course, he has ideas of how these things happen, why these things occur, which is what we all want to know.
Right.
Laszlo.
Yeah, so, like, for example, you know how, like, Uncle Sam doesn't have stripes on his hat anymore kind of thing?
Yep.
Yeah, that's so
right.
weird.
And then people are making videos, and then he draws it out, and the guy has stripes on his hat. And then 2 seconds later, there's a picture of him, and he has no... And it's like, do people not understand or even realize what's going on? Are they just completely blind? And are some people not blind and are able to see because we're more perceptive or open-minded to it, and everyone else is just like, I didn't really look at it that way.
That's
so
good.
People
have you wondered, like, what we all have in common, the Mandela Effect with people? Have you ever wondered that?
I always notice that roughly after a certain while, I get roughly around 144,000 views. That's what I noticed.
So maybe, is it possible we are part of that 144,000?
I think our eyes are open and everyone else is not allowed this knowledge or even the ability to see, So are we opening, are we waking up babies that aren't, I think we're just old souls. I think we're old enough to see and know better and not be blinded.
So I think Brian's question was, Laszlo, I think Brian's question was, do you think that we are part of the 144,000?
I think so. Yeah, I think that's what it's all about. And it's like we are being called to wake and called to wake up as many people as we can. And that's why we're given enough time.
If we're part of the 144,000, I mean, obviously, essentially, we are what you would say are the chosen ones, correct?
Right.
So
and that's also in the Book of Enoch is the 144.
Wow. So we
we're talking about this right now.
So we won the lottery here, essentially. I mean, this is like the lottery.
Yeah.
Basically.
And think about the Book of Revelations. It used to be the Book of Revelations, not Revelation, right? It's a book of revelations.
Yes.
Multiple things.
Revelations, yeah.
You know?
Yep.
Yeah. It's sad.
I believe Nina had a question. Nina, were you?
No, I was just going to make a comment. It's just interesting that we're talking about this right now because not 2 days ago, I was in a conversation with a friend that I met recently through doing the YouTube videos and stuff. And they straight up asked me, have you, asked God, are you one of the 144,000? And when they asked me that, it was just kind of like, I never really thought I could be one, I guess. I would be worthy to be one, but now we're talking about it. It just keeps on popping up everywhere this whole week.
You want to hear something even more? I mean, I don't know if this has any relevance, but I was back in the entertainment industry, and there's a balloon company. They're called Qualitex. They make these. They're like the most famous balloons. Okay, so. They have these balloons and they're packaged up in grosses, and each one of the gross is in 144, not 144,000, but 144. But I just kind of find some relevance in that because what kind of quantities would you ever have in 144 that would actually be lifted up? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I'm just thinking out loud here, but I'm just thinking.
I hear you, Troy. I do. I was just wondering. For the question I have is for Laszlo. 44,000. How we play into? I mean, what is the Mandela Effect? What is the purpose behind the Mandela Effect? To show us?
We have enough time, right? We have a few more years because it's pretty easy to see it happening now. When we go to the new earth, right? We're all chosen, so we're all chosen to go to the new earth, go to heaven. But he already built it. He already built the new earth, and then there's going to be two places goes into basically a living hell. They're left behind, and I don't think people are just going to disappear. They're going to be like their consciousness will just leave this side, and we'll go to the new earth. We'll be new people on the other side.
Will we remember what just occurred, or is this all going to go away?
It's gonna escalate. It's gonna get so crazy, and people are gonna ask so many questions, and people will still not choose God. They'll still choose their iPhones and their televisions over God.
Will we remember when it's all said and done, though?
Oh yeah, no, that's why we're the ones that can remember, because we're open to it, right? We are the army of light, not darkness. So
what is that connection between us? I mean, aside from the fact that we are apparently Noah's ancestry, correct?
Right. Yeah.
So besides that, is that the only connection we share, or is there more beyond
that? We are in the line of Enoch.
It's the bloodline. That's an actual bloodline. You know what I mean?
Bloodline. Okay.
Yes. Thank you.
Yeah. It's kind of like people are saying that people are saying that we would be the bloodline of Christ because people think that Christ had a baby. So there's a whole conspiracy about that.
Right. I've heard that before. I heard that he had a brother and all that stuff too.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Who had a brother?
Jesus.
So, but when you think about Christ himself too, he tried to teach us all this conscious over matter. You want to turn water into wine? Mandela Effect. You want to walk on water? Mandela Effect. You know what I mean? Same kind of idea. He knew there was no water. It's all an illusion. So he could walk on water. And there is no water, so he turned it into wine. It's all a simulation. He was above that. He's probably so advanced from another the higher realms. So yeah, it's not hard. And he's basically trying to teach us to do the same thing. He said, "You will do greater things, and you will even move mountains. Mountains will move." And haven't they already? Haven't we been moving mountains?
Sure.
Continents even.
But didn't he also say that greater men or someone greater will come after him?
Right. Yeah. That's right.
Did you hear that?
But he said, "You will do greater things."
Okay.
Yeah, we can all do what he did. We can all. He doesn't need. This guy came up to him and asked him if he could heal, and he said, "Come to my town and come heal my son." He's like, "I don't have to go to your town. I can do it right here with my mind. I don't need to go there." Consciousness. That's all. He was teaching us everything about the consciousness, healing everything, and those are what we're supposed to be doing. We're supposed to be teaching and spreading the truth, and not letting people fall into the pit of the wrong light, the Lucifer's light.
Is there a heavenly battle going on right now as we speak, or is this? I mean, are we
every day? It's huge. It's going on.
Are we going to be
on every single day?
Are we going to be part of that?
This is what it is. We are part of it. This conscious battle right now is.
Laszlo, there was something going on that Brian knows about, that Brian had some personal experiences with when he was doing live feeds.
Yeah.
And he had interference. Remember this, Brian? I'm sure he can shed some light. They were doing live feeds, and he had specific interference.
I had
remember, Brian.
Last night. It happens sometimes. I'm not sure what it is, but
right, interference where it seems to be spiritual interference to what we're doing.
Yeah, that's exactly what it's huge.
Do you experience that yourself, Laszlo?
Yep, my sometimes my battery would just die out, or like I'd be recording a video and my camera would stop working. I had one time I woke up and my entire camper was like shaking, and I was like, I don't know what was going on.
Well, I mean, obviously, it's our duty to speak out and let people know what's going on, despite whether or not they choose to believe it or not. That's our duty here, I would imagine, and that's what we're doing.
I was wondering.
We need like it's
good. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Yeah.
But I was wondering about your experiences. If you wanted to share about your spiritual inclinations that you're getting spiritually.
Raziel, he came to me one time, and he showed me so many visions. He showed me visions of what's going to happen.
I'm sorry, Laszlo. What was the name of the person that came to you?
It's Raziel. He's one of the secrets of God. He's
okay.
He's one of the angels. Even in the Book of Enoch, I found him in there too. But he basically showed me all these visions. When I was a kid, I like died of black mold poisoning, and I had a second chance, and I came back. And it's basically like, if you want to come back, you can't do nothing. You can't like waste your second chance. So I had this angel has been there this whole time, and he gave me visions of like everything that's going to happen in the next few years, and then you'll start to see right after basically Billy Graham dies. He's still alive. He's almost 100 years old. After he dies, the Antichrist. Billy Graham, he works for the Freemasons. He's a 33-degree Freemason, and he's been the biggest. He was the false prophet, Billy Graham. And when he dies, when he turns 100, the Antichrist will appear, and he will pretend to be like the nicest guy in the world, the Antichrist, until you start seeing him pushing for gun control and World War. And he comes in a few years. And while this is all happening, the two witnesses are going to be prophesying around the world and like messing up the planet. Like they can do anything with their gifts of God. It's Moses and Elijah will be put into two normal people, but they will be chosen to go prophesy for 3.5 years. And then the Antichrist eventually will kill him, but they will be like rejoicing when they're dead in the streets, and they'll leave their bodies there for 3 days, and then they'll be risen up. But the war that's coming is not going to be nuclear. It's going to be it's just like a world war. It's crazy. It's going to be like drones and everything. But what Raziel told me is that the benevolent beings they're not going to let any of the nukes work. None of them will work. They will just stop working. And so this war will go on for 7 years. But yeah, it doesn't. Is this happening in every
timeline, or is this just in the one that we're in?
It's this one, because this is like the ultimate battle between the angels and the demons and Satan, and like they're fighting right now. The war is already going on in heaven. There's a war in heaven right now, right?
Are we in what's called what I call the alpha timeline?
Yes, right. So it says like this is his. He built his sun and the world, and he loves the world, and right. This is like one of the most important times to be alive. It's crazy. It's like this is the mission. Do you choose to accept it?
Right. But I'm saying is that we have talked about this before, where we feel that we're from someplace else, our bodies have changed, but we're from someplace else, like the Sagittarius arm, the Orion spur, etc. But I feel. We have said before, we feel like we're on what I call the alpha timeline, which is the main timeline. Do you get that feeling too, that we're in the alpha timeline?
Yeah, I think that whatever we were in before, is gone. We're not in there anymore. It's gone. And then how did we just magically go from Sagittarius arm all the way to Orion spur? How did that happen, right? We were put here. We chose to come here, or we were put here for a purpose, right?
Or
and the
Carl
rest of
Sagan's
people,
a good magician.
Yeah.
And he just
yeah, exactly. So with the really quick too, with the 144,000, I mean, in one timeline, I can see, but these are actually selected from multiple timelines. Is that the reason for the convergence, or
yep. No, it's a warning. This is all these timelines. They're collapsing in on themselves. It's basically we are running out of time, and this is our warning call. This is everyone rise to power, rise to what they're supposed to do, and we give it all this time to get ready, and it's all converging into one timeline, the ultimate timeline, like you said.
Are we following? Well, obviously, I would imagine that we're doing what we're supposed to be doing, but what needs to be done? I mean, what is the ultimate goal here? What direction is next? I mean, how do we go ahead and broadcast it?
What I'm trying to say is that the Illuminati, all these assholes that work for the dark side, like they literally serve Lucifer, the 33 degrees, and they're using their consciousness to make their world, right? They want their dark world, but we use our consciousness to do the opposite, right? We're trying to do the light work, and they do the dark.
And is there any relevance between the frequent time or the similar numbers coming across, like the 1111, 2222, and so on and so forth? Are these clues that we should be looking into? Or are these just coincidences? What is that all about? Would you know?
Oh, those numbers?
The numbers, correct.
That's the universal language for everything. That's God's language, is numbers, right?
Right.
That is in any world, in any timeline. It's all numbers.
But what is the relevance behind it? Because I've been seeing that in great frequency lately. For the past month, I've been seeing them every single day. And multiple, I mean, obviously as time.
It's a calling. You got to start looking for it more often, right? But it's just like you have to do something at that exact time. It's like your choices and your actions make what our purpose is.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's like a small window of opportunity that it's like, hey, you got to do something. You got to make your decision right away. That's what I think.
Different numbers when I see it. Things?
Yeah. If you do numerology, right? Like I always use number 23 because that's everything. Like my name, my birthday equals 23. You add up my birthday equals 2003. The numbers or the number of letters in my name too. Yeah.
Oh. Are you guys there? I got. I don't know. For some reason, I got removed. I don't know. That was weird.
They're on to us.
I guess something happened. I know, right? Something happened where it literally kicked me completely. So
yeah.
So I guess I don't know where we left off, but as far as the numbers, the multiple formations. I mean, what are the consistencies of the 1111, 2222? I'm seeing this like on an every day. I've been seeing this almost for an entire month now, where I mean every single day I'll just pick up my phone and it's the same number. So I'm not sure if
I should do that. If you look up numerology, look up each number and you'll see the pattern. Right. So. Okay.
My big question. I'm sorry.
Number 5, for example, is like my number, but I 2 + 3, 5, whatever. But it has a lot to do with your personality, and your soul has a different trait. There's 7 different soul types. There's like.
Well, I've been getting all different configurations. I mean, obviously, with time going by, I'm going to get different configurations too. But I mean, I get a lot of the 1111s, a lot of the 222s. I've been getting 444, 555.
Yeah. They each mean something different. You got to look up each one. Look up 1, then look up 2 and 3 and 4, and they all have a certain code to them. So you'll start to notice a pattern if you look up numerology.
Is that relation back to the Bible? I'm sorry, guys, if I'm monopolizing. I'm just super curious.
Oh, you're fine.
I'm just kind of curious. Is this related into the biblical scriptures, or is this something into numerology? I mean, which direction?
Oh, by the way, Guy Fauqes has joined us. Sorry, I forgot to mention.
But-
Guy Fauqes is here.
Hey, what's up, Guy?
What's going on?
Hey, guys. How are you?
Guy Fauqes.
Hi, guys.
Straight out of Anonymous. Yeah.
Cool. Good to be here.
Well, you know what, Brian? Not anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
That's awesome. I have. I was gonna before I started my channel. I was actually gonna use that as my because I honestly believe that Anonymous is working for the government. You know what I mean? They are like a deliberate fear mongering. You know, it's up to debate, but I really don't think. Same with Alex Jones. I used to be a fan of Alex Jones, and I see what he's into their game. He's probably a little Freemason too.
You know, it's funny. I was thinking the same exact thing.
Yeah. I think.
Well, I'm not working for the government.
That's good.
I'm not.
I just didn't take long to think of a name. No, I'm stuck.
And
I would love to work for the government and never ever have a chance of being fired. You know what I mean? That'd be great. And
So,
you'd be like,
I mean-
Tyler, you'd be like, Tyler, where'd the 1.8 million go? I don't know. Ask Ed. Okay, thanks. That's all.
Okay.
That's right, Bryce.
Hey, so Laz, listen. I mean, you know, going back to the Enoch thing really quick. You know, I heard a lot of talk saying that there's going to be some kind of uprising or whatever. Like the Nephilims are going to be coming out of the ground or something like that. Is that even true, or is that just some kind of? Are we going to be facing like demons coming from the underworld or something like that, or is this just
okay? Well,
you know,
what
talk?
People need to realize, though, the majority of things that people are getting wrong is Okay, hang on. Yeah, people are getting this so wrong. They're thinking, oh, it's demons coming out of the ground. But it's actually, it says in the Bible, it says about the number 666, right? And if you're wise enough to figure out what it is, think about the fallen angels. They're the ones that are coming back. That's the truth. Like these people are like, flat earth, oh, there's no space. Yeah, there is. They've been controlling our society for how many years? The UN is run by all kinds of different beings, right? That's the United Nations, but their symbol, there's actually a real galactic federation, and the symbol on it is a bunch of sixes. Like, I'm not even kidding. So that's what we're looking for. I've had an encounter with a gray. It came in my room and it was checking me out, and it looked like it was there, but it's not there. I was paralyzed, and I somehow got my hand free, and I punched the thing in the face. It's the craziest thing that ever happened to me. And then I got so scared of that place, I thought that place was haunted with aliens. So I moved back to my dad's place, and then it followed me back to my dad's place. And these things are extra-dimensional creatures that will be allowed to return after the tribulation. And you'll start to see it. People will see them in the sky. Why do you think they put them in movies and everything? They use movies and stuff, kind of like X-Files was just on, and they were making fun of the Mandela Effect. Did you guys watch that?
Sure, everyone did, yeah.
Yeah, they're like, oh, it's just a joke, right? They're making a joke out of something that we are accepting as
Brian saw it.
Yeah.
They use media and movies.
Brian definitely saw it.
And they're like, oh, it's just a movie.
Well,
just like
I'm kidding.
Like Metatron or Megatron in Transformers, right? Metatron's a real angel. He's the scribe of God. Oh, we'll just turn him into a transformer. You know.
What about the Arcturians? Do you know anything about those?
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of races, man. There's like 900 different races.
I just did an interview with a lady named Margot on my channel, and she talked about Arcturians with me. So I'm kind of new to all that, but
you know what? There's one guy talking about. He said that there's so many. They're all fighting against each other. You know, like all these different races. That's why they have
I thought there was like an allegiance between like it wasn't like the big 7 or something like that, or the Super 7 or what? I mean,
like the tall whites or whatever.
Yeah, they're they have like an allegiance together, like the super, super brains of like, I guess the galaxy or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Now, I do have a question from chat for Laszlo, and the question is, can you from Seek Truth 44 at Mandela Effect Awareness to you too, and to Laszlo, can you please bring up the importance of spiritual
warfare?
Many are being attacked and gang stalked by demons. So, what is your take on that, Laszlo?
A lot of what's happening, all these people are starting to wake up, and all this whole time they've been controlled by the other side, and so they don't want people to wake up. They want them to stay in their epitome of nothingness, right? I knew a friend that was like, oh, when I die, everything's just going to turn to black, and that's it. I'm like, okay, fine, you believe that, and that's probably what you'll get.
What?
It's people.
What can they do? What can they do to help themselves? What can they do? How can they prepare?
Not even going to lie, but if you just say, in the name of Christ and Yahweh, leave my house and leave me alone. Like that, you just keep saying that over again, and they will leave. I've had to say, I was attacked many times. I woke up one day and there was something in my garage or in my camper. I'm like, what is that? It was this like naked, hairless female alien thing in my. It was a demon. It was like sitting there, and I'm like, what the hell is that? But no, you seriously, that's the only thing we have really. If you're gonna be in the army of light, you only have one God. There's not, you can't be relying on anything else because nobody else is going to help you.
Well, Seek Truth also says binding them and rebuking them in the name of Jesus is part of this war.
Yeah.
Whatever's coming, right. I don't know, but the spiritual war is here. Mm-hmm. That's true.
Mm-hmm. Seeker, you had a question too? Seeker, are you here?
Seeker, are you there?
Secret.
Oh, I guess not. Okay, well.
You had to go walk the dog,
What
about
happened to our cheerleaders?
Any questions for Laszlo or Guy Fauqes or anyone in the chat?
Guy Fauqes, I've never met you before, but I have heard of you, of course.
Yeah, Guy, I've never met you. I've never met you either, bud. But I've seen your stuff. I'm sub to you, man, and I listen to you, and I think you're pretty cool, man.
Oh, thanks.
What's your channel?
It's good to be.
Guy Fauqes,
it's just I think it also shows up as Mandela Effect Guy.
Yes.
And this little logo thing, and it's hard to find. It's kind of hidden.
It's the last name. It's kind of deceptive. If you say Fauqes, typically people are looking for the FOX. So
yeah. So
I've been having a lot of fun with this Mandela Effect. It's been a whole year. I'm almost at 20,000.
Yeah.
I'm not going to stop. I just never ends. I thought it was going to end. Just keep going.
It's going to pick up pace. I really feel
Now, let me ask you too, Les. So when you're talking to people out there, I would imagine you get your handful of people that you've actually got at least involved in this whole Mandela Effect. The lion's share is going to be the people that are looking at you like you're just absolutely just bonkers. Obviously, what is our goal? What is our peak goal before we've actually done our duty? Is this like never ending to the end of time until whatever? Because obviously, if there's a war going on, what is it? What is the number? Is there a number before we say, hey, these guys are hopeless, I don't know what to do? Are we going to the very, what is it?
We have a few more years. We're going to be tried. And that's why it's called tried in tribulation. We're going into a crazy time to be alive, and we need to start waking people up and start telling them this is not what life is about. You know what I mean?
It's not a light switch though.
Just get out of the illusion. Get out of the illusion of what we believe what we've been force fed our entire life is wrong. Start learning the truth, right? That's what will set us free. Or else we will continually be on a reincarnation on this stupid planet over and over unless we find the truth, right?
The reality is that we're really putting ourselves in a lot of harm's way, including, reputation, our jobs, everything else by putting this out there. And,
Right.
But that's what it's about.
Now, Troy Seeker's back.
Make that real commitment, right? Make that real commitment to the truth and not be afraid of the consequences. That's what he wants us to do. That's the goal.
Well, I've got a friend of mine. His name is Regato. I think Brian knows him very well. We all know him pretty well. He's going through some pretty tough times, and he's a diehard. He knows exactly what's going on. He's going through some extreme spiritual warfare right now. And what would you say of encouragement to this guy that's actually putting his whole life on the line, to get the message out and just getting hammered left and right?
It's the same with me. I lost my sister, my mom, and a bunch of other people all in a few years, and I thought my life couldn't get any worse, and it did. But to get myself out of that depression and that whole misunderstanding of what my purpose was basically is like we're not here to worry about the future. We're here to live our life in the now, and we need to learn, because when we got here, we chose what we wanted to learn as a soul before we came to this life. We needed to learn something, right? So we chose what lifestyle or what we were going to go into, everything. So this is what our mission is, right? Our mission is to grow as a soul. This is like a game here. We came here to learn something important, right? And that's what people need to just keep meditating, keep trying to find the truth, because we're all here for a purpose. Every single one of us have a special purpose, right?
Yes. That is very true.
When is the great epiphany, though, when we go, oh my gosh, it's not just,
right.
Like, wow, this is like, I mean, we know it's happening, but when is it like, wow, like this is like.
What I saw is that the dark side wants us all to be alone and on our iPhone and think we have 20,000 friends online, but really we're alone. God wants us to be as a family and be together, like this community, right? This community of togetherness. That's what we need to do.
Exactly. I feel 100%, actually 1,000% more sane when I speak with people like you and Ty and Guy Fawkes and everybody in here. It just makes me feel so much better, like I'm not alone.
Yeah, that's what it's about. I had an epiphany one day where I asked, and I was like, what is the meaning of life? Like, what is the point of all this? And I was walking by, and I saw this guy. He had 5 kids rotating around him in circles, and he's just sitting there having a smoke. I said, that is awesome. He's like a solar system. He's got all his kids running around in circles around him. Family. That is it. That's what we need, right?
Well, that's all fine and good. I mean, we all got our families and stuff, but I'm sure a lot of people are experiencing the same thing that the lion's share of us all are, which is the family that we once knew is no longer there. We basically have each other in this community.
The epiphany but the epiphany is if you can't have family, you make family. You make.
Okay, so
this Mandela effect is bringing people together. All our old souls are finally finding each other again after all this time.
That is Theresa
all coming back together.
Oh, guys, it's Theresa from the ether.
So we're all part of the same bloodline, is what you're saying. So we are essentially family.
Yeah, we're all trying to find each other again. Yeah, it's been a long time.
So let me ask you this question: have you come across? I'm sure you have, Laszlo. We call it. We have dubbed it the Mr. Smith paradox, where when we talk to people,
Teresa's here,
and then all of a sudden,
hey, Theresa.
Hey,
introduce me to everybody.
Yeah,
we missed you.
Hi,
Laszlo. You know Theresa Lynch, don't you?
I don't know. I do now, apparently.
She's a new hunting queen. He puts many people like Viber or Fiber, whatever his name is, on his toes. He's excellent at finding
Fiverr.
I don't know how she does it. But yeah, Theresa, this is we got Laszlo, we got Guy Fawkes.
Hi, Laszlo.
Hi.
Hey.
Nice to meet you.
And Seeker.
I gotta tell you a really bizarre story. I went to Popeyes earlier today, and there was a girl behind the counter, and we started talking about the Mandela effect, and I looked at her. Are you there?
Yeah, hang on. Nina, Troy, and Ty are also here as well.
Nina. Hey, Troy.
Hey.
Hey, Theresa.
I don't know how I knew this, but I asked her, I said, hey, have you ever heard of the Mandela effect? And she looked at me like, you've got it too? And she gave me the weirdest look. She gave me some free chicken too. Yo, don't say nothing about that.
Oh, yeah, we're going to go ahead and call the chicken place and say, hey, foul.
Mandela effect.
Foul.
That's good.
I'm glad to see everybody's getting their wrenches back. You guys see that? It's a whole new ball game. Everybody gets new wrenches.
It's weird because she knew about the Mandela effect. She looked at me like, how did you know? And the bizarre thing about it, she's a Scorpio like me.
Wow.
M on her hand. I don't know if everybody knows about the M on their hand.
Yeah, Laszlo, you know about that?
She's an empath. Yeah.
Laszlo, have you heard about the M on the hand?
M on the hand. Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
The M.
I had a question for Laszlo.
I guess we're marked.
Yeah.
We're all marked. Yeah.
What?
I haven't heard this. What is this about?
No, well, I don't know about that either. What is that?
If you have the M on your hand, you're looking at your palm of your hand. You see the M or the upside down W. You have the Mandela.
Wait, the M.
That's awesome.
I'm a subscriber. I enjoy your videos.
Oh, I do have it. Yeah, I do.
My right hand?
Yeah.
I have it.
No.
I do have it.
What that is it is the idea that people who see the Mandela effect are primarily empathic, have empathic tendencies. Okay.
Yeah.
Which means that they feel what other
more
people
sensitive.
feel. They're more sensitive.
Yeah.
I have heard if you have an M on your hand, you're one of the more gifted people of the empaths. The idea is that you look at your hand and you see on your hand, and you can see you have an M on your hand between the lines there, and that would be one of the more.
Can somebody like show it in the camera so we can see like?
Show your M.
Everybody's like, "Yay!" I got it exactly like that. Exactly like mine.
I just took the pictures. I want to find out because it looks like I do, but I'm not sure.
Seeker, show them yours.
Yeah, let me see a Seeker.
Hold it still. Yeah, there it is.
Wait, I want to see it. Wait, hold on.
Talk, Seeker, so we can see you. To everybody.
I didn't meet everybody, Brian.
What?
Can I see it? Wait. Hold on. Keep it there, please.
You can see
Hey, this could be our way of getting in the secret club. Show your hand.
Wait. I can't really see it. Pull back a little bit. Pull back.
Nina, yours is clear as day.
Yeah, Nina's as clear as day. She's definitely an empath.
Yours is clear as day. And Laszlo.
Yeah, I definitely
like mine.
Nina, what is your line of work again?
Yeah.
I am a crafter.
A what?
She's
a crafter.
Oh, she's artistic.
I'm artistic. I refurbish furniture. I make Swarovski crystal jewelry.
Oh,
wow. Are we all artists? Are we all artists here?
I make Gandalf staffs. You guys see my Gandalf staff?
I'm very creative.
Nina, I heard you say artist, but what I actually heard was mercenary. Is that what that is? That is. Okay, thank you.
So we're all artists. That's what I gather too. I've been noticing an artistic theme going on here. That we're all artists. Am I right when I say this? Ask the audience here, or the people in
I think. I make those Gandalf staffs.
No kidding. I want one of those. Those are cool.
Yeah.
Wow.
There was this.
But you sell those two ads or what?
Together.
Yeah, they sell for like $800 a piece. They're crazy.
Oh man, a little bit out of my range, but man, maybe I should craft one of my own. I don't know, pretty good, but man, I'd like to have one of yours, man. Maybe you can gift one. Oh, put one up for like for one of the. Do you have an extra one to put on the line for some of that? Like maybe answer the trivia or something.
I should have one for like a giveaway on one of my.
You should, man. Can you do it here? Can you put one up here?
Yes,
I got one. Yep, I got quite a few.
Hey, can we put one up here? Hey, Laz, would you mind put one up here for like one of the people listening?
I'm not at home right now, but I would.
Okay. Hey, Brian, you want? Hey, maybe we can do a little trivia thing here. Maybe somebody wins a Gandalf staff.
Let's try to get a prize going here.
Yeah, let's get a prize going here. Maybe win a Laszlo Gandalf staff, man. That'd be killer. Is that cool with you, Laz? I don't want to speak for you, man.
Yeah, sure. That would be cool.
All right, let's do a little gift giveaway. But I guess Brian, I'll let you take the reins on this one, bub.
Okay, I don't have one to give away, so who's giving it away?
No, Laszlo's going to give it away. Laszlo says he'll give away a Gandalf staff.
All right. Okay, what's the question? You gotta think of something kind of hard.
Good question.
That's hard to Google,
Okay. What was number 20? Okay, wait. What was number 100? Number 100 Mandela Effect that I did. Number 100, because I want to know. Because I'm making another one of just all the best.
Okay, anyone who can guess the 100 Mandela Effect, that
the 100th on your video, right?
Number 100.
that Laszlo did will win a prize.
And there's like a 3-minute time limit, so you can't like Google the crap out of it right now.
No.
Can you give us
I would guess
I probably did over.
The 100th would have to be the. I'm guessing would be the station wagon, car.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, probably like that. Yeah, something like that.
Something like that.
Probably around that time.
Well, guess what, Ty? You won the Gandalf staff. That was easy enough for you. But I didn't get a chance to even guess. Man. I was going to say like a little moth with the crazy looking like little ears.
Yeah. Well, all you got to do is you go 23. Go 20. So it's probably the fourth video, and then just go 23 plus 23 plus 23 plus 23, and add a few more. And you got it.
Theresa, what is it? What is it? You want to guess?
I'm going to guess my Skechers shoes.
Okay, Skechers.
Who would have thought you would have guessed that, Theresa? I
never had that one.
I know you're going to
I don't think I ever used that one ever.
find out what it is before the audience does, and see what we come up with the final answer, and message me, and we'll see who gets it.
But that's cheating.
No, not cheating.
Wait, is the panel included in this too? Because I'm still saying that little moth with the weird looking like antenna ears. That better be a Mandela effect. It better be in there, man.
Where do you get a Gandalf staff without getting checked by the or whatever for what?
You don't. You just flower with your Gandalf staff. You say none shall pass. Wham!
Yeah. I made it.
I'm still trying to figure out how to give Corey his prize.
It's more like a Moses staff because it has all the angels from Revelation on the staff.
Oh,
all the symbols.
Cool.
It has all the symbols of all the angels from Revelation.
Scrappy made it in here. Hey, Scrappy dude.
So is this like one of those Kachina dolls like the Native Americans do where you say a prayer like, as you're carving it or something?
Well, yeah, I kind of like that. And I have on the bottom, there's all kinds of crystals all over it. And at the bottom is brass. And it actually has a secret compartment. A little secret compartment at the bottom.
I so need that thing, you know?
And you can like stash stuff inside of it.
Yeah, it also comes with your choice of either a Gandalf that says you shall not pass, or a miniature Rick and Morty that can
it may even say, "Fly, you fools."
Yeah, fly, you fools. That was a funny episode. That was fun.
I know.
But,
that was weird.
My staff can actually stand all by itself. Like it'll stand.
I am Laszlo's the main guest for tonight.
Is that him?
Yes, that's him.
Theresa, you are so funny. You are so funny. Oh my God, this is the most comical thing I've ever heard.
That is great.
I'm your biggest fan.
Right. There we go. Good. She had the same reaction to Paul McCartney. Unfortunately,
she had the same reaction. She had the same reaction to the first Ronald McDonald she ever saw. You're Ronald. You have hamburgers, magic ones.
I'm so embarrassed.
Oh, that is so funny. Hey, by the way, Lass, how does it feel to be like a celebrity, dude? I mean, you are kind of a celebrity, man.
Sometimes, yeah. I've actually had a couple people recognize me. Yeah.
You're so cute.
You are the cutest thing ever.
Hey, Brian.
It's okay. She thinks everybody's cute except me.
Poor Brian. Hey, I'm in the same boat, man. Nobody thinks I'm cute.
I'm blushing over here.
Well,
It's one on YouTube.
I met my girlfriend. She was actually on a different Mandela Effect channel.
You got a girlfriend? I'm sorry.
I know, right? Yeah, back away. He's taking.
That was like 30 seconds. 30 seconds
Right?
before he shot you down.
30 seconds.
30 seconds. Good God. You know, at least he gave you some time, right? 30 seconds. Wow.
Also in Canada. So.
I swear.
No, Theresa doesn't care about Canada. She doesn't care.
I know.
Hey, so are you in Ottawa? You're in Ottawa, yeah?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm in, oh, yeah.
What part of Canada?
Is that really what you look like, though?
On my videos, yeah, that's what I look like.
You can see that Theresa's been through this before.
Yeah, that's what I look like. I'm still gloves on.
So, Laszlo, have you broke the code? I mean, what is 666? I've been trying to figure that out for a while.
I just said that. It was the
sorry, I had to step out.
It's the Intergalactic Confederation of aliens.
Hang on, what?
That's actually my name in gematria.
Is it?
It's
my real name, Andrew Bach. I can't say his last name, Bakanov. He's the one who educated me a little bit on gematria, but my real name is 666.
Which gematria? You use the Jewish one, the Hebrew one?
I don't know. I know there's 4 of them, and it's one of the 4, but I just have no idea what it is.
Yeah,
so we have to actually look up
the Intergalactic Confederation. Like, it's an actual thing. Like, it's a real army of aliens, basically, and their symbol on their jackets and everything is 666. It really is. You gotta look it up.
My birthday.
Seeker, you had a question?
I just wanted to tell Laszlo I'm from New Brunswick, Canada. Yeah.
Awesome. Welcome. Yeah, Canada.
Way down there.
Yeah. I don't think I've been there yet, but I'm probably eventually I'm going to go on around Canada and try to go everywhere, basically.
Yeah, I've been to Montreal, but I haven't been to Toronto. But.
Yeah. Toronto was a good time.
Hey.
I'm going back there.
Hey, so question 2. I understand that Greenland is actually like merging with Canada. Is that true?
It's massive. It's crazy how big it is. I can't even believe it. It's weird.
So is Canada going to claim Greenland now, or what?
All this time. You know, when we see our maps, do you think those are actually the real maps? Do you think Google Earth is actually telling the truth? Like, you think that's the real? I don't even know.
That's a good question.
Yeah, because where's the Arctic Circle? Like, it's just gone?
Yeah, it was always there before, and now Santa Claus lives in the water, I guess.
Yeah. I was thinking about that. I was thinking about Santa, Satan, or Saint Nick. Saint Nick.
Yeah, satanic.
Satanic, yeah, Satan Nick.
Wow.
Yeah.
Holy crap, I never realized that.
I think that this whole flat Earth thing, they've just been putting this out like crazy, just confusing all these people, and they'll buy into anything, right? They won't do their own research or anything, and they'll just buy it. And what happened to Hollow Earth? Because they're saying that like the entrance to Hollow Earth is in the North Pole.
Yeah.
And Antarctica.
Yep, that's what I heard too.
I was right.
Yeah.
I've seen a video and it was pulled down. It was the scariest thing I've ever seen. It was like a terraforming type of like hole.
Yeah,
that
it looks like a bottomless pit.
Yeah, and one of the pilots was actually showing it, and he says he's never believed in God more than he has at that point in time.
Let's all go there. Let's all go have a party there.
Yeah, wouldn't that be fun?
Tolkien's already there. You know that Tolkien's there.
Yeah, we're not even.
Myers,
they'll shoot you. They'll put you in Guantanamo Bay, and you'll never be seen again if you try to go there.
Guantanamo Bay is only so big. You shouldn't have to worry.
Yeah.
I was gonna say,
can't catch us all.
I probably shut down Guantanamo. Is that still around now, or what?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Gitmo is still around, but let's face it, guys. It's a long bus ride, so we don't have to worry.
Oh yeah.
Right.
There's many chances for us to escape.
I find the weirdest thing is how North America and South America are just completely connected. It's just got the Panama Canal or whatever. But when I was in high school, North America was not connected, like literally drive-throughable. It was a different continent.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Well,
I've never experienced that. I've always known that Central America connects into South America, that you can actually drive there. But that's interesting that you say that.
Because I remember, it would just end at the bottom of Mexico, and it would just be that's it. And it was like
I do have a particular question for you, Laszlo. When you get finished, I didn't see your icon going.
Well, I was like talking to this guy. He was from Brazil, and I said, "Did you know you can drive all the way from Canada right to Brazil?" And he's like, "No way." I'm like, and I showed it to him, right on camera, and he was just like, "Wow, so weird." So even a guy that lives there didn't even know.
I have a stock question for you, Laszlo. My stock question that I ask everybody is, what do you remember from your own personal experiences? What do you remember of the Limburg baby?
Yeah. See, I personally, that was beyond my time. That was before me, right? So I never really thought about it.
Okay.
I was born in '88.
Can I ask you a question here, Laz? Hey, Bub. Hey, so obviously you're kind of an icon here. A lot of people follow you, and they take it. You know, they really, pay very close attention to what you're saying. Is there anyone else that you follow as far as like Mandela Effects or anything else to inspire you? Who are your icons?
Well, me and Life Matrix have been doing our own shows a few times.
Okay.
I don't think he talks to Scarab anymore, but I like Jacob Israel. Sometimes he does pretty interesting stuff.
Okay. I love Jacob Israel too. I really like him, but
me too.
I always feel like he's going to at any moment try to sell me a car.
Yeah. Isn't that what he does for a living, right? He's a car salesman. Yeah.
Is he really?
Right. Yes.
Oh
yeah,
God, that's so funny, Ty. Oh my God.
At any moment he's going to say, "But wait, there's
right."
more.
And this week we have on sale on the lot for $99.99.
Yeah. But I really like it.
Oh, got a wacky inflatable arm waving inflatable tube end.
Right. Right, exactly. That's so funny, man. Because I created those guys. That's so funny. You just said that.
Theresa had a question for Laszlo.
Yep. What's that?
What about Fruit of the Loom?
Was that the 100 one? Fruit of the Loom?
The Fruit of the Loom. Is that what it was? The Loom of Fruit of the Loom.
I would actually have to go look.
I had to give myself a wedgie in order to see that. But I know that there was actually a cornucopia behind it. I know that there was.
Yeah.
Right.
Nina, you still there?
Yep, I'm here.
Hey, just so you know, we got Meegs coming on. She is running just a tad bit late, but she will be here in about 20 or 25 minutes.
Right.
Hey, do we come up with the answer for that 100?
That's what he was talking about. He doesn't know yet.
Oh, we don't know. Okay. I'm sorry, man. I guess I glitched out or something.
I think it's
It's a good question. I could probably figure it out. I don't have it on here. I should have just.
Everyone's wrong.
I know you gotta have a list like at the ready, man, for these kind of occasions.
I keep my staff.
Yeah, I think I wrote it down somewhere, but.
Yeah, you gotta have like the Laszlo giveaway structure, man. You gotta have.
Yeah, I see the M on somebody's ear there.
Oh, is that my ear?
Yeah, I see the M on it.
Oh, well, cool. I got my phone too close then.
That means you're double stamped.
Oh, yeah. No, that's my brain. That's my brain curves and caverns. Okay. You're looking into my soul. All right. So, how about audience questions? Do we have any audience questions for Laszlo, or is everyone just kind of going along for the ride?
Well,
I don't see the
the chat's not up. Hold on, let me pull the chat up. Hold on, guys.
Who's in the chat? Is Theresa in the chat?
Theresa's here. She's in the ether. You there, Theresa?
Who's running the chat to give us questions?
I know. It's running itself. Yeah, we got the Brian bot.
Good thing we got the AI going because
right, and the AI Brian bot going on.
I thought you were. Yeah.
Hey, Laz, you've done a lot of shows, man. Obviously, but I mean, do you have a particular group that you've done some shows with that you can reference back and think, man, that was actually kind of a really inspiring kind of show?
Well, I got my Facebook group with YouTube, right? And it's just you just put in, I think it's just I am Laszlo, Mandela Effect. It should be, yeah, just pretty easy to find actually. I think it's linked into my videos, but yeah.
And how about Lone Eagle? Do you know Lone Eagle?
Yeah, I've never really talked to him, but yeah.
You watch his Continental New World type of stuff?
Yeah, I've seen him before. Yeah, So my Facebook is I am Laszlo, Mandela Effect, and Mandela Effectors Research.
Oh.
But yeah.
I mean, pretty interesting, man. You know, I really like the fact that that we're talking more on a deeper level of where this whole thing is going. I mean, obviously, it's got to be, you know, interesting and intriguing with some of the new effects coming up. Do you have any kind of insight of, you know, maybe some new things that, you know, we haven't seen before?
Yeah, white giraffes. White giraffes.
What?
Yeah, just completely albino white giraffes. There's blue penguins.
Blue penguins.
Blue bears. Horses with mustaches.
What? What?
Remember the magic mirror or mirror in the wall, right?
Sure.
And now it's slave in the magic mirror. I'm not even kidding. That's what it is.
What?
Slave in the magic mirror. Yeah.
Nina.
So weird.
Nina.
Wait.
I gotta ask Nina.
That's what it says now. Slave in the magic mirror.
Yeah.
Nina, you have children, don't you?
I've never, ever heard that. We are definitely in a new. Oh my God, we shifted big time. That's crazy.
Someone who reads.
I love the underwater pyramids. Those are pretty cool. They're like
underwater.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the Great Wall of America. Apparently, they dug up this giant wall of America. I gotta do some research in it, but there's a new god, like a god in Egypt, and it's literally like it just looks like somebody photoshopped a freaking beetle onto somebody's.
Joking about
There's a new eagle head.
Yeah.
Well, it's
What?
like it's like a beetle as a god, an Egyptian god. It's just a beetle on his
God,
face.
yes.
Oh, the scarab one. Oh, the scarab. Oh, yeah.
We were
That's like the only thing.
Yeah, we were playing around with on that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had
Just what we needed to do is make him a god. That's
really
good.
like,
That's just great. Never hear.
Just Google Rainbow River. It's the coolest thing. You know, even if it's not a Mandela effect, it's still entertaining. You know, it's Rainbow River. It's so cool.
How many of you guys
Rainbow
remember
color.
Singing in the Rain versus Singing in the Rain? What do you remember?
Yeah.
Thinking in the rain?
Singing in the Rain, right?
Singing.
Right.
Rain, yeah.
Singing in the rain.
Look what it is now.
It's Singing in the Rain now.
Yeah.
Thinking in the rain? Like singing? Like below the ocean?
Now it's SINGIN apostrophe.
Oh, okay.
The G's whacked. G is whacked.
Singing.
I found green coffee beans.
Theresa found that one, yeah.
Green coffee beans?
I found lime green coffee beans. Yeah.
You know what? You know Van Gogh, Vincent Van Gogh, right?
Yeah.
Well, I was actually dead. GPK is the one that gave me this little feed. He was talking about Vincent Van Gogh. You know how he lost his ear, right?
Oh yeah.
Do you remember?
Remember?
Yeah. I think so. Yeah.
Did he find his ear?
Well, how do you guys think that he lost his ear? Do you guys remember?
He gave it. Didn't he give it to his lover? He cut his ear off.
That's what I remember.
And now he lost it in some kind of fight with a friend or something.
That's exactly the new reality. He lost it in a fight.
Wow.
No.
His friend Paul Gauguin. Yeah.
No, he gave it to his lover.
Right.
Yes.
That's how we remember it. But now Paul Gauguin, who was an expert fencer, he got in a big fight, and apparently they sliced his freaking ear right off, and they kept it like a secret pact. They couldn't tell anybody about it. Yeah, that's how it now happened.
I found another thing I found was a glow in the dark millipede, like a centipede, but a millipede.
What?
Like, yeah, it glows in the dark.
Man, I love hearing these things. These are fun. These are fun.
It's therapeutic. It's like therapy.
Did you hear about there's a see-through frog, like the whole skin of the frog is completely transparent. You can see all the organs in the thing.
I'm still waiting for like wings on pigs. I mean, that's when I really know things are going really wacko. When pigs fly, man, give me some wings, please.
Yeah. Well, flying spiders apparently. There's flying spiders.
What? Are you kidding me? They actually have like wings and stuff too now. What?
Yeah.
Four-legged spiders.
They kind of like hover.
Okay, they hover. All right, that's still pretty gnarly. I seen the flying snakes. That was kind of wild.
Yeah.
Yeah, that flying snake was pretty. Oh yeah. You know what was weird is that I remember seeing some of the videos back when the penguins were flying, and then out of the clear blue, after it was like, this is the thing, penguins are now flying. Now apparently BBC put out some kind of big hoax, and they put a lot of effort into it because they had some guys sitting in the middle of like the Arctic tundra going, "Oh, there's penguins all around me." I mean, they put this guy in the middle of nowhere apparently, and there were penguins that were really going for it. It was a big segment where they're talking about it. And it's really all serious, but apparently they just felt it so necessary to make this. But yeah, it was a hoax. Let's put millions of dollars into like some hoax. That's a really good idea. And I mean, just the animation alone was spectacular. But
it's just like that X-Files, right? It was just making fun of the whole thing. It's just like,
isn't that crazy? Yeah.
Like that's their agenda.
What was the end?
Completely.
Tell me what happened at the very end. They put him in a straitjacket, right?
Right. Yeah.
For believing in some Mandela Effect.
Exactly. So they're just making fun of it like it's just a big happy joke, and
So I guess that's what the ultimate objective is anyone that says that they're experiencing the Mandela Effect, that's where you're going to go, right?
Yeah.
That's the method. Downplay it. Make it look like it's crazy.
Yeah. They're going to be like, "Oh, well, how can you believe in that?" or whatever.
It's not Wizard of Oz no more.
I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah.
What?
It's the Wizard of Oz.
That's what it was. No, Wizard of Oz.
It was Wizard of Oz, wasn't it?
You tell me there's a... Yeah, you tell me there's a "the" in it now?
Yeah, I
Wizard of Oz
today.
I
thought it was. Hang on, I thought it was Wizard of Oz.
It is always Wizard of Oz.
Now it's the Wizard of Oz.
Of course it is.
Guess what? I actually saw that when I was watching Labyrinth earlier. It was one of the books she had.
The Wizard of Oz.
Bam Bam from Flintstones?
Yeah.
He's never there.
Wizard of Oz, right?
They spell it.
Hey, they spell his name how?
I don't know.
They spell Bam Bam with 2 M's, like Bam Bam.
B-A-M-M? B-A-M-N?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, man. So it gives us more impact, huh? Bam! Did you feel that? Did you feel that? Well, I guess Pebbles knows what she's in for. That was wrong. All right.
Yeah, they were talking. Mikey says, "Yup, mental institution." It kind of goes along with that whole. What is that? Smithsonian. It's not an institute anymore; it's an institution.
Yeah.
How do you to do for that, Brian?
It's predictive programming.
It is. Yeah.
Predictive programming.
Institution has such a negative name associated with. What do you call it?
Esoteric.
No, it's like when you demeanor or some kind of I can't think of the word. It starts with a D.
Oh, you got me.
Brain fart here.
Hey guys, I gotta run, but it's great talk. Laszlo, love your stuff.
Yeah, man.
And,
it was good having you, man. Thank you.
Say hi to Meegs for me. Tell her we gotta do a hangout.
Yeah.
Oh, negative.
Live vid sometime.
Hey, Guy, nice meeting you, man. You're awesome, man.
Yeah.
Keep up the good work, bro.
Good meeting all of you.
I'll link you below, okay? And
I'll check out your channel somehow. I don't know.
Yeah, how to find it.
Yeah.
Sorry. I'm so sorry.
Yeah,
All
keep
right,
that
God
aluminum
bless.
foil hat on, man. Keep it on tight.
I will.
All right, bro. Talk to you soon.
See you later.
Wait, now that you said that about the aluminum hats, now I'm wondering if I should go back and watch that movie about the cornfields.
Yeah, probably a good idea, Brian. I would imagine that at any moment, all these things are going to change, especially since I walked back here and found a baseball field. There's no baseball field, man. And now there is. I'm actually looking at the damn thing right now. I've never seen a baseball field. There's never been a baseball field here, and I'm looking at it right now. It's never existed.
It's a baseball field?
It's a baseball field. It's a baseball field. I'm looking at it.
I gotta say it because you brought it up, Troy. If you build it,
it'll come, right? Is that a sign? Right? It was built, so I guess it'll come, right? I mean, is that really What's going on?
Second,
I want to ask you.
second question, follow-up question. It's a one part. Is there a coin field nearby? If there is, run.
Like,
Man,
you
don't know. I don't think so, but anything's possible now, I guess. I don't know.
But technically, is it a bad thing? Can you name one negative thing that has come out of this? Because I can't. I can't really think of anything that bad. It's like.
Well, I can tell you one thing. Is that my buddy Regato, who's been on the show before, he one of his subscribers on his channel, he ended up killing himself recently because of this whole thing. So that's certainly a bad thing.
He should have watched my channel for a bit.
Well, we can't go back in history, or can we? Rewind this and let this guy know that it isn't. That he found a group, but I guess he went through some tumultuous times, and this is how bad it can get, man. Yeah. That was the message, is that you have to endure, and I know that's what the message really is. As hard and as strikingly shocking that this whole thing is, write it out, man. It's not going to be. I mean, look, anything can happen right now, man. I know that there's a lot of things working negatively, towards us, and if we put ourselves out there, look, we're putting ourselves with a giant target on us, and we know it. And the people that we know so closely and lovingly that we've known for so long, the moment we mention this, we don't know them anymore. So that's certainly a big striking, incident. So it's not all about the love. I mean, maybe now it is about the love, but look, the people that we don't know anymore, I don't know any of my family. I don't know any of the people that I grew up with now. They all think I'm freaking bat nut crazy, man. Yeah. I'm chasing around, turtles naked in the desert as far as they're concerned. I am crazy to them, but I know that's not me. But those are not the people that I remember, and they don't know me, I guess, and they don't.
What we should do as a community, like as a Mandela Effect community, we should all try to make something happen. We should all agree. If people agree on anything, it will be given to them. Why shouldn't we all just try to make something change?
I think
what can we make change?
To prove,
sure.
Okay, let's me and my girlfriend we've been trying to change R2D2 somehow, like give him extra color or something.
We talked about this, Ty. We talked about this. We just talked about this, Ty. We just talked about this.
Perhaps what's the Powerball up to now? I think that would be better for our community.
Right? Yeah. Let's go monetarily. Let's. Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah, sure. I don't know, Nina. Do you need some extra money or a seeker? I don't know. Maybe we could do that. That would be more beneficial.
I agree with you. I mean, monetarily, that'd be great. But I mean, if we get enough money, we can tow South America back where it's supposed to be. It's funny, Ty, but he said something that was like, what we just talked about, which is collectively trying to change something. Is that what you're trying to refer to there, Laz?
Yes. Yeah, it's kind of like how how some of those people, they have they'll all get together in a field and they'll all meditate and try to get aliens and UFOs to show up. That kind of thing. Same idea.
Yeah, that's so weird that you're even saying this right now, man.
I can understand that, but isn't that the same sort of collective mentality that you see in something like the Burning Man? The collective mentality that we're up against. How many people would you need? Can you do it in a small group of 5, or do we need a small group of 5,000? That's the point. You understand what I'm saying?
Okay. With all these people,
I'll try to keep an eye out.
Yeah.
Wait. So we're kind of losing. I hear you, Ty. Wait, Theresa, you had something to say about Ty. I agree with that. That's what I wanted to find out as well. Theresa, hang on one second. The question, Laz, was: do we need a huge group, or do we just need a small little, core group of people to make something like this happen?
Well, as far as me and my dad believe. Oh, you got the game. That's me and my dad believe 2 people, if they agree, it'll be given to them from the Father, right? So it really doesn't matter how many, as long as it's more than 2.
So what would we focus on? Let's focus on everything as a group then. What would we focus on?
Well, we could focus on,
Let's make something happen right now.
Let's go with, we could make Russia and Canada become one country and be connected. So we could go drive
I love it.
Canada. Yes.
I love it.
Close. It is
I love it.
Close.
Let's do it.
Yeah. It's literally few kilometers away from being connected to Russia.
I absolutely love that idea. Let's how can we do this collectively? What do we do?
We just believe. We all believe that. We just believe that Russia and Canada have always been connected. It's that simple.
Okay, so collectively, I want everyone to actually be in the same thought here. I'd love to try this out. I'd really love to try this and actually see the end result.
Yeah.
Brian, can we kind of get like something out there where all of us at the same exact time are thinking and knowing, not just thinking, but knowing that Canada and Russia have always been connected together?
Yeah, and you believe without a doubt.
That's the way it's always been. In fact, why don't we just go for Pangea? We've all been connected as one giant lump.
Yeah.
Let's go back to Pangea. Let's reconnect everything.
And you will move mountains.
Let's go Pangea style. Let's just say, everyone here, let's start from scratch. Let's go Pangea. That means we were one big lump.
Start over again.
I got another idea. Let's make South America finally touch Africa like it's trying to.
That's what I'm saying. We'll put all the countries together in one giant lump. And that initial country, the concept was called Pangea. Let's go for Pangea. Pangea relive.
I like because people don't know what Pangea is collectively. Not everyone understands what Pangea is.
Yeah.
But let's just put South America next to Africa. I mean, they almost fit anyways, and people understand what that is. So let's move it more west. We can do that.
Yeah,
like I've noticed how much Europe is being almost connected.
I have a question.
Really close to Europe or Africa too.
We're doing another prize giveaway. Anyone who can tell me the 9th commandment without looking it up earns this book. And you can email me mandelaeffectawareness@gmail.com and I'll ship it to you. Okay? It's called Knowledge. This leads to everlasting life.
No, it's
Does the panel count?
No, it's honor thy mother and honor thy mother.
Not take the Lord's name in vain.
Nope.
No, it's I believe it's coveting.
I thought it was thou shalt not steal.
It has to do something with court, like in a courtroom. What do you not do?
You can't bear false witness.
That's right. Who got it? Who got it?
Yeah.
That was Ty.
Okay, Ty, you won it.
But it doesn't count. I don't count.
No, he's part of the panel, man. That's kind of yeah. You got to give that away to somebody else. Maybe a new one. Maybe do like
I don't count.
How many kilometers did Charles Lindbergh fly across the air? Let's go metric, man.
Let's go metric. Seeker wins it all. He takes it.
Right, Seeker, it's all you, bub.
It's all you, buddy. You've been on the metric all night. Laszlo, you're in.
I said nothing.
Hey, did anybody win or guess the 100th episode of Laszlo, or is that still up for googling?
Why you?
I want that staff, man. I should have been googling all this time.
Make it easier on them. The 23rd Mandela Effect. Your absolute 23rd Mandela Effect.
Well, that would be easy. You just go to the first video and then watch the last one. So you got to go 100.
Okay, 100.
Well, I'm at my friend's house, so I got to get going here because it's kind of rude. But yeah, it was fun.
All right. Yeah, Laszlo, man, nice talking to you, man. And we hope we get you back on again with some more fun facts and more inspiration, man. You got a lot of fans here.
Yeah,
and
hold on, Troy, hold on. Sorry, I hate to interrupt. Yeah, Laszlo, I have a prize for you also for coming on. So definitely check your email. It'll be Miss Stasha Eric's new book.
You want Stasha?
Sure.
How are you gonna ship that? Wow.
It's an ebook, okay?
Oh, it's okay. All right.
Oh,
okay.
Wow, sorry, man.
2 hours there.
It was sounding exciting for a second.
Well, it is exciting. You got to check it out.
Of course, I'm just playing.
Good to have you. I hope you can come back on again, okay?
Okay, man. Thanks a lot. Sounds good.
Hey, nice meeting you, buddy.
Yep. See you all later. And Laszlo out.
Yeah. Have a fun night, man. Be safe. We'll talk to you soon, man.
Yeah. Okay, bye.
Be safe, lad.
All right, lad.
Thank you. Thank you for coming on.
I got what I deserved, you know it. I wanted it to hurt, so wrong of me to cross that.